slide, we have we can find out electric potential due to a charged spherical shell, which is a conducting sphere. This is a conducting. So in case of conducting sphere, as we have already learned that in case of conducting sphere, there will be no charge inside the material, only on the surface there will be a charge. So remember that for conducting sphere, Q inside is equal to 0, but V is not equal to 0. Remember this twist. Electric field inside the conducting sphere is 0, but electric potential inside the conducting sphere is not at all 0. And this is a twist here. You need to remember this carefully. So most of you feel that charge inside will be is equal to 0. Therefore, electric potential inside the sphere is also 0. But that is wrong. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. There is no question of cancelling inside the material. There will be total scalar quantities added, so that you will be having net field. Now, in order to find out net field over net potential over here, what you need to do. Now, let me take here is this is a sphere. This is a sphere, and its radius is R, and this is center O, and I want to find out potentials at different positions. Here I want to find out potential V inside, and next I want to find out potential here V on surface, and next I want to find out potential here V outside. So 3 different positions I want to find out field over here. And in case of this total sphere, where is being charge distributed? Charge is distributed on the surface, only on the surface. Listen carefully. This is very, very important because many problems you can solve based on this concept. Now we know electric potential due to point charge. Electric potential due to point charge, that is very, very simple. What you will do, it is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into charge and divided by separation of charge from center to the point. Right? This is very, very important conclusion you need to understand. So it is potential due to a point charge is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught divided into charge, total charge upon this particular sphere, divided by separation. Separation from where to where? From charge center to the point where you are calculating the potential. And remember that if it is between charge and point, like I'll show you how it is. Now let us calculate potential over here, this point inside. Okay. Now actual distance of this inside point is small r. Most of you, what you will do is, in order to find out electric potential V inside, what you will do, it is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. You will be taking this r as the separation. But remember, at separation r, is there any charge? There is no charge at separation r. Therefore, you cannot take charge in the numerator using the basic equation. So therefore, charge is on the surface. That charge is capital Q. In the numerator, you need to take the charge Q, even though you are finding potential inside the material. So that is Q, right? Divided by separation. Most of you think that separation is from center to the point where you are finding the potential inside, but that is wrong. You need to take the separation from the center to the point where charge is located. Therefore, it is R. So this is electric potential inside. It's very, very important conclusion. So whenever we are calculating electric potential inside the conducting material, in such cases you need to take charge which is on the surface and separation from the center to the point where charge is accommodated. So from the center, charge is accommodated at capital R value. That's the reason why I'm taking capital R here. Don't take small r here. If you are taking small r here inside, it is meaningless, because at the situation or at the point where small r is being located, at that point there is no charge. So therefore, you should not take that charge inside and separation inside. You should always take charge on the surface and separation also on the surface, that is inside the material. Now on the surface, however, value will be fixed, that is potential on the surface will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge on the surface is capital Q. Charge is separated at a distance capital R. This is on the surface. Now outside the surface, if you are coming outside to the surface, this is the separation small r, right? And this small r is greater than capital R. So when you are coming out from the sphere, you need to consider the whole sphere as point charge. In such cases, potential outside can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Total charge on the surface is capital Q. You are finding potential outside. As it is outside, it is far away from the point charge where you are calculating. Therefore, it is Q divided by small r. This is potential outside. And remember, outside you should not take capital R radius. It should be small r, r greater than capital R. This is valid only for the points outside. Okay. So this is about electric potential inside the conducting material, on the surface, and as well as outside the surface. And this should be very clear. Now I'll show you graphs for this, right? So we have relation V inside, anywhere, wherever it can be. It should be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q divided by capital R. Inside it is. On the surface, it is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q divided by R. This is equal to V inside. So potential inside and potential on the surface are equal. Potential outside is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q divided by small r, for small r greater than capital R. Okay. Now if you plot graphs for this, potential is a scalar quantity, so therefore always you will get a graph in first quadrant itself. So potential you are taking here on the y-axis, and the separation you are taking on the x-axis. Okay. Now potential at the center, even potential at the center is also the same value, and this is potential at the center also. Potential at the center is also the same value. So that value I'll be writing it as K capital Q divided by capital R. That is fixed. Till where it is fixed? Till radius capital R it is fixed. So potential is constant inside the material till it reaches capital R value, right? And beyond that, what is happening to this outside? Outside, V out is inversely proportional to small r. So as R increases, potential decreases. Therefore, here you will get a graph like this. It goes on, decreases. Finally, R tends to infinity. At that point, it becomes 0. So here V is equal to constant inside, and here V is inversely proportional to R. This is very important graph for non-conducting sphere. Remember, it is non-conducting sphere. Sorry, conducting sphere. Even for non-conducting hollow sphere also the same thing. You will be getting the same graph. So this graph is valid for conducting solid and hollow and non-conducting hollow. So for these three cases, conducting solid sphere, conducting hollow sphere, non-conducting hollow sphere, these values are fixed and the graph is also fixed. Graph also same. Students, in this particular slide, we are going to derive, or we are going to find out electric potential due to a uniformly charged non-conducting solid sphere. So in the previous slide, we have learned electric potential due to a shell, whether it is conducting or non-conducting, it is shell. So for that we have calculated electric potential, but now here it is non-conducting material. Charge is distributed throughout, inside also there is charge. So Q inside not equal to 0. So inside this material there is some charge. Okay, unlike it is in the previous case. So I want to find out potential at this point inside. So it is at this point, and here on the surface you need to find out, and outside the surface you need to find out. Okay, that is inside on the surface and as well as outside the surface. And inside it is separated by distance r. Okay, at this point you want to find out the electric potential. Now when you are finding electric potential inside, check it up. This is material which is inside. I'll write with a different ink. Okay, this is inside at this point. So the effective separation is r, small r, sorry. The effective separation is a small r. Now because of this small r separation, it may have some charge q dash. So till the point where we are calculating the electric potential inside, effective separation is r and that has charge q dash. Okay, and not only that, there is another region also. See, this is another region. Because potential is a scalar quantity, right? So therefore at this point, this is having charge q minus q dash. Okay, so at the point inside, potential inside is equal to sum of potential due to small sphere of radius smaller plus potential due to remaining portion. Remaining portion, it is capital R minus small r. Okay, so potential due to this sphere of radius smaller, because of that there will be potential inside, and with respect to that, see outside also there is some charge, and that charge is q minus q dash. You need to find out potential because of that also. So for that, what you will do, first you need to find out how much is charge q dash. So V inside is equal to potential due to this sphere will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is its charge? Q dash divided by, what is the separation? Small r plus potential due to this remaining portion. Remaining portion, it can be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q minus q dash divided by separation. This total separation is not constant, it is variable, right? So here you should not take capital R minus a small r. This is wrong because it is variable, right? So as it is variable, what you need to do, first you will take very small element over here, and because of that element you will be finding out electric potential, and you need to integrate that total so that you will be getting net potential inside, and that net potential V is calculated as this. It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by r into 3 by 2 minus r square divided by 2r square. This is potential inside. Okay, and this becomes very clear. Now I'll show you potential at the center. Potential at the center, that is small r is equal to 0. If small r is equal to 0, what is left over here? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught small q divided by small r, this term becomes 0, right? So second term becomes 0. What is left over here remained is only 3 by 2. So it is 3 divided by 2 into capital R. This is potential inside the at the center. Now potential on the surface. So potential at the surface, simply you can take this as on the surface as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q, sorry, small q, because I am taking this whole charge as q, small q divided by capital R. Okay, because here in this smaller place you should substitute capital R. R square gets cancelled, that is 1 by 2. 3 minus 1 by 2, that is 2 by 2. 2 by 2 gets cancelled, so it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by R. That is potential on the surface. Now potential outside, this is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. As you are dealing outside the sphere, you can treat it as point charge. Therefore, you can simply write it as q divided by small r greater than capital R. So for outside this equation, you need not take. Directly you can find out outside as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by R. Now you have one small relation between potential on the surface and potential inside at the center. See, potential at the center, you can write it like this, is equal to 3 by 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by capital R. This is equal to 3 by 2 times that of surface. Very, very important equation. So potential inside the surface is 3 by 2 times that of, sorry, potential at the center is 3 by 2 times that of potential on the surface. And from the center, if you are coming out, the potential should go on increased because this numerator value is increasing. And on the surface, it is fixed value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by R. And outside, it decreases with respect to R. So this is very, very important part, and this derivation, of course, you can derive it in many textbooks. You can find out the derivation for this. As it is been lengthy, I am not deriving it directly. The conclusion equation I have written over there. That equation you need to by heart in order to solve problems. So we have learnt potential at the center is 3 by 2 times that of potential on the surface. So potential at the center is greater than that of potential on the surface. And as you are coming from the center, as you come outward, R value, this R value increases. So second term is increasing, whole is subtracted, therefore it decreases. So remember that carefully. Now I'll plot a graph for this. And this is very, very important, children. Many times questions has been asked based on this concept in entrance examination. So you should understand it keenly. Now potential at the center, it is very large value, that is 3 by 2 times that of V on the surface, and this is V on the surface. So it is V on the surface value, it is known. V on the surface is K Q divided by capital R. So 3 by 2 times that of R. Now this is capital R radius. So at capital R, what is the value? It is Vs. And now you should plot the graph. See, as you are coming out from the center, potential decreases, and its decrease is like this. Okay. Remember, slope should decrease. Slope is not increasing in this case. So that point you need to understand. Slope is not increasing. It is and coming next thing, it is from the surface, its value goes on increases. So finally at infinite point, potential tends to become 0. So here potential decreases, and at this point it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by capital R, and here V is inversely proportional to R. And from the center, if you are coming out, potential is decreasing, but understand that you should not mark it as like this. Like most of the people, you will be marking it like this. Like decrease can be like this or even like this also. This is 1. and this is 2. So don't draw this. Decrease will be always in the form of 1 because in the second term you have capital R value. So that is very important thing you should understand. So sometimes if graphs are being given, you may get two different graphs, just like how it is being shown, option A and option B. Like option A can be like this. So simply it is from the center, and from here it is like this. This is option A. Don't select this one. Don't select this. And here it is R in meter and potential in volt. And B, you can get it like this. So from the point, you will be getting graph like this. And then from here it decreases. It is V and it is R. Always select this kind of graph rather than this one.